I guess my question is, what surprised you the most about Army as you were making the film? I mean, to me, I'll say the thing that surprised me is the age range. The fact that it's not the teenagers, it's like all the diversity is in every aspect, but seeing like some of those older folks listening all over the world was really impressive. What surprises all of you about Army as you got into it?
Go for it.
I mean, I think that was kind of the impetus. It's like, as I said, when you go to a concert and you just see the flood of humanity that's there, and you're like, how did they all get here? And so I wasn't surprised because I knew that Army was everybody and everybody was Army. I think for me, the most surprising thing was just how granular like they were as organizers, like, and the level of, as somebody who, you know, is a Virgo, like the level of detail and yeah, like coordination that they did was surprising to me. Like it wasn't just like Amy said, it wasn't, yeah, there were lawyers and graphic designers and all kinds of people, DJs like involved studying, researching, and you know, putting their heads together to make something happen. Like that to me was pretty amazing to learn.
The thing that constantly surprised me about Army is how supportive they are and how wonderful they are. You know, yeah, you know, there's at times, you know, where it's like, okay, so I'm canceled for what? But no, but it's just that for the most part, Army's just so supportive and so amazing. And I was really surprised about how many of us were willing to learn Korean. Because I got a teacher, my Song Nim,
Nice.
and thank you. And so I got to do a little video for BTS. They were doing like an interview, and they were very tired like that whole day. And then the social media people called me and said, as soon as you start speaking Korean and your teacher was next to you, they perked up because it's like, oh, this is our language and she's talking to us. And I see like Jimin going, she's talking Korean. And I was like, he's talking about me, you know? So I think Army, us willing to learn Korean so that they don't have to constantly speak English. And it's like, no, we'll come to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, Army's just so wonderful and ready to help, and learning Korean was a big shock for me, and including me, so still learning.
I mean, I think for me, when people say like Army is everywhere, there's not a pocket in the world that you wouldn't find an Army. I mean, I believe that, and I'll just say one cute story, which is that when, you know, Grace and I were trying to find Korean Army, I was actually happened to be in Korea, and I was meeting with, unrelated to the film, but was meeting with the political org in Incheon, which is like a port city outside of Seoul. And I was just meeting with them to kind of learn about some of the progressive work that they were doing, and they showed this like very small political campaign that they were running to run for office, and it was like a bunch of women in their 60s and 70s doing something about affordable housing in Incheon, and they showed a slideshow, and then Microcosmos comes on and starts playing as the background song to show like the story of this campaign building, and it was the most unexpected, like profoundly surprising thing I'd witnessed, and it was like, wow, Army really is everywhere, and it moves all kinds of people of all ages, of all political orientations, and yeah, it was just a powerful moment. So they didn't make it into the film, but we did talk with them, and
Like many people.
yeah.
All right, I think
So I was also just gonna let people know that we still have a whole week here at the Lovely NoHo, including tomorrow. We're also doing moderated conversations at 3 and 5:10, and Sunday at 3 o'clock if you have friends who would like to come. But thank you all so much. And thank you, Ken.
Thank you for coming. Oh, can we do a selfie? Hold on, selfie.